Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate you. Do me a favor, guys, as you see this and you're viewing it, drop your city and state. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Whatever platform you're on, make sure you're sharing. Make sure you're sharing. If you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to it. You may be seeing the videos, but you may not be getting notified. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is the Blanks Spot. That is THEBLANKSSPOT. And then hit that little bell to be notified when we go live on our YouTube or when we have any YouTube premieres going on. So Grand Rising, everybody. Happy Thursday. I usually call this one Thought Provoking Thursday, but just gonna go with it. But happy Thursday, man. I know y'all could probably be hanging out anywhere else, but y'all decide to see what's going on. We're on every day, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, sharing some sublimation cheer on here. And today we're going to be talking about sublimation in general. And the question is, the topic of the morning is sublimation limited? It's sublimation limited. So before we get started, this is the Blank Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and supply company. We have a warehouse located right outside of Columbia, South Carolina. We have the ability to allow our customers to shop online and pick up in store. If you guys have not shopped with us in a while, we no longer have a retail space where you can come in and pick up things and say, this looks good. You can actually see everything online. So you can go to our website, Grand Rising Graphic Warehouse. You can go to our website, theblankspot.com. That's again, THEBLANKSSPOT.com. You can see we still have a large array of sublimation blanks and supplies. We have a clearance section. Get all this promo stuff out of the way, y'all, so we can get started. We have a clearance section that is 50% off right now. We're getting rid of some things so we can make room for more warehouse items. We're going to be focusing on about 10 or 15 different items. Hey, Cheryl, Grand Rising, 10 or 15 different items that we're going to focus on to help our crafting community to grow their operations. So check out that clearance section, 50% off, no coupon needed, discount taken at checkout. Also, let's see what else we got going on. We have our own paper, our own sublimation paper, which is the Blank Spot sublimation paper. You can see that back there on that side right there. That's our sublimation paper, the Blank Spot sublimation paper with some amazing ink release. We have our own sublimation ink, the Blank Spot sublimation ink. We have our own heat tape, and we have an array of other things on there as well. We currently have a special going on, guys. If you make a purchase of $25 or more, on our website, you will receive a free Mother's Day DTF. We have some Mother's Day DTFs going on, some retro DTF transfers going on. So you get a free DTF transfer, and we will be starting our giveaways. We're going to be doing some giveaways. The first one is starting Friday. So if you purchase something with us in the month of March, your name is going to be automatically added, or your order number is going to be automatically added to our giveaway with your chance to win some of the items that we're giving away. My name is Eric. Thank y'all for jumping on. And that's about it. So let's get started. Is sublimation limited? Is sublimation limited? Feel free to chime in. First of all, what is sublimation? Is that thing where you put images on shirts? Is that what that is? I have been getting some notices on TikTok, and I think they're getting ready to close my account down. Let me see. Give me a second. They are telling me that I am not. They're telling me that I'm not sharing. I'm sharing incorrect information. I don't know. They shut it down. They shut it down. Yes, we do all over prints. And listen, right now, if I get shut down, go to the YouTube channel, theblankspot.com, okay? I'm not doing TikTok Shop Live. I don't have that on this account anymore. And for some reason, they're talking about my content. So just so you guys know, if we get shut down on TikTok, then definitely come on over to the YouTube channel or to our Facebook page, which is all the blank spots. So we do all over prints. You can go to our custom site, go to the website, and you can see it on the front page. We actually just did a video, a live video on how to upload custom designs. So you can go to the YouTube and check that out. It's not about the rules, I don't think, right now. I think it's just some glitches going on. I don't know. I was on the other platform talking about our business, and it kept on coming up. But anyway, we're gonna go through that. If it does it again, and if I shut this broadcast down on TikTok, guys, if it does it again, just come on over to the YouTube channel, The Blank Spot. Okay. So she said it's limited. Cheryl says it's limited to different materials that will accept the ink. So yeah, what is sublimation? Sublimation is an ink dye process. It's an ink dye process. It's a scientific process where you use sublimation ink, a specially formulated ink used to print onto a sublimation paper. So it has to be a certain printer because sublimation is heat activated. So you can't just use any printer. You got to use a special printer that does not use heat to transfer the ink from the ink well, from the heads to the paper. Okay, so it cannot be something that's heated. Also, the process of sublimation, once again, it's a scientific process. So that means that when you create a sublimation transfer, a design for sublimation, it's going to be on sublimation paper. And then to get this transfer onto a sublimatable item, a substrate, then you have to use heat. Okay, you have to use heat, the right temperature, the right time, the right pressure. So you can Google sublimation. And I think that's one of the biggest problems, one of the biggest drawbacks to people who are using different processes right now. If you're currently using a process of, let's say, HTV, that's heat transfer vinyl. If you're using a certain process of screen print transfer, okay, that's people actually start off making items with HTV. And when I say items, I'm talking about t-shirts. When you're focusing on t-shirts, sublimation may be limited. Sublimation may be limited, but sublimation is not just for t-shirts. Sublimation is not just for t-shirts. So yes, and I'm going to talk about this as I start talking about the different items. But yes, this shirt is sublimation. This is a sublimation design. Okay. So sublimation does not like natural products. It doesn't like natural surfaces. Sublimation does not like natural surfaces. Anything that's natural, like cotton, is a natural fiber. Wood is a natural item. We make paper out of wood. Certain things that you're not going to be able to sublimate on. You're going to have to sublimate. On synthetic items. Okay, that's why polyester and sublimation are so well connected. Synthetic items, rayons, satins, things like that. So blends of those things are going to make a great sublimation item. But sublimation, the question is sublimation limited? Well, if you're only doing t-shirts, yes, sublimation will be limited to what you're wanting to do. However, when you understand what sublimation is and how broad and how vast it is, then you will understand that sublimation is not limited. It's oftentimes the things that people are trying to do with sublimation that makes it limited. So I will. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. When you consider sublimation and everything that it can do, I want you to think about this. And I thought I had everything in front of me, but I do not. So I am going to grab something. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me a hot second. Okay. So, don't know what y'all's age group is. But when I was younger, 51 right now, when I was younger, we used to always take pictures in school. Does anybody remember taking pictures in school? Anybody? Y'all remember taking pictures in school? Got my mom over here on Instagram. Hey, mom. ANZ on YouTube. Thank you for jumping on. Anybody else remember taking pictures in school? School pictures? Okay. With those school pictures that we took in school, as we began to get a little older, maybe in the middle school and maybe into high school, they started offering cups. Remember, they started offering cups with our pictures on them. Now, this was in 1982 when I remember the first time I saw a cup with a picture on it. That was sublimation. That cup with that picture on it, that was sublimation. Through it all, I made it. Grand Rising. That was sublimation. So sublimation has been around for a very long time. A lot of us just didn't know what it was. And then when you began to do your own thing, creating items, whether you were doing different things like making wreaths, making frames, dibbling and dabbling with different things, you begin to do some crafts and creations. Somebody along the line said, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna get me a cutter, and I'm gonna make some shirts out of some vinyl." And people started making T-shirts, and we started making shirts, and that was the big thing. We wanted different colors on different shirts, but because we did not know how to, because a lot of us didn't have the finances to do it, maybe you didn't have the money to go buy the equipment to do it, you started being creative. Everybody's so creative. You started being creative and you started layering vinyl to get the different colors. And that was cool because you're a crafter. Well, when you decided to look at sublimation to add that to your craft ideas, a lot of people said, "Well, I'm doing T-shirts. I don't want to do sublimation because I heard that it's limited." Well, yes, it is limited when you're only doing T-shirts. But when you're doing things like this, I just can't see how somebody's going to create a picture like this and put it on a cup unless you're using some type of printable vinyl. And as a matter of fact, why would you? It wouldn't make too much sense to me. But that's one thing. But this is what sublimation, people are known for doing this in sublimation. So they said, "Hey, you know what? I can't make different color shirts because I'm limited to just white with sublimation. So I'm going to go ahead and start making these tumblers." And this got very popular, and it's still popular right now. But sublimation, if you think about it, sublimation is really not limited, because if you're actually looking to do sublimation, there's so many different things that you can do in sublimation. Not here to tell you to go out and do some some different things, but I'm just saying that, you have different gift ideas. This is sublimation. This is sublimation. This is a makeup case, okay? The back part is just metal, but the part that you sublimated was the metal piece on here. So many different things in sublimation, to include this photo frame, which is sublimation. Why would you not want to put things on here, okay? You want to think about this. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this TikTok. I'm going to go ahead and end this TikTok stream, because it's going to come up again. So, guys, go ahead and come over to the YouTube channel or find me on Facebook. It is The Blank Spot. I appreciate you guys. Y'all take care. Peace. I don't know what's up with these guys, man. Maybe they're mad because the government voted against them to go ahead and block them. I don't know. Maybe it's something I need to go ahead and change, because I cannot with them. Anyway, so sublimation is not limited. The things that we're trying to do, and thank you, Princess Diamond, the things that we're trying to do is what makes it limited. All right. There's so many different items that you can do in sublimation. So many different items that you can do in sublimation. Here is a photo slate. This is a photo slate, making great gift ideas for different occasions. Now I want you to think about something. Would you put, for somebody who's doing HTV, just a question, for anybody who's doing HTV, would you put HTV on this? Would you try to do this picture with printable vinyl and then press it? Would you try to do that? That's the question I have for you. A lot of people don't know, man. Would you try to use that with printable vinyl? Would you try to layer that picture? There's a whole bunch of things that people don't understand about sublimation. And they say, Sam said no. So there's everything has a process. Okay. Everything has a process. And inside that process, you have to understand how to work it. Okay. You won't have to understand how to work it. When we talk about the limitations of sublimation, we have to understand. Hey, Lisa, thanks for jumping on. We have to understand what sublimation, what it was intended to produce, what it was pretended to do. Um, you have to understand what sublimation was intended to produce. Sublimation was basically, in my opinion, intended to produce a flawless, free flowing design, something that did not sit on the top of the item, something that was smooth and was able to flow freely. This is art. And if you are a crafter or some type of creator or designer, you would appreciate these things. But we're talking about people who only do t-shirts. At this point, we're talking about people who only subject themselves to doing t-shirts. So when they come from the t-shirt lane of doing vinyl or either screen print, or even if they've said, hey, you know what, my customers only want X, Y, and Z, they won't understand sublimation. They won't understand how to even tap into a different market of sublimation. Instead, many people are stuck in the mindset. Many people are stuck in the mindset of, I'm just going to use a certain process. Remember, anything that you're doing crafting wise is a process. And when we look at the possibilities, all the different things that we can do in sublimation, when we look at all the possibilities, we have to ask ourselves, what are we wanting to do as it pertains to sublimation? What are we trying to get out of it? There's so many different items that you can do in sublimation. We used to have this. My wife and I used to have this talk conversation where we used to come on and say sublimation is more than teas and tumblers. It's more than tumblers and teas, right? Well, when that's all you want to do, then your focus is going to be on that. But when you want to expand and learn how to do more things, you will find out that, and this is a passport cover. This is a passport cover. How would you create this passport cover without sublimation? I just want y'all to think about it. Not saying that you can't create this passport cover without sublimation, but how would you do it? Would you bling it? How would you get this specific picture on this specific passport cover without the process of sublimation? If you were to take some printable vinyl and cut it and adhere it to the cover, now it's going to make it even harder to fold. It's going to make it heavier. It's not okay. So you do a sticker. So you would do a sticker. So now just think about how many more. Amber said you can't. Sam said you do a sticker. So how much more would you have to do to this to make this? So once you put a sticker on it, are you going to be able to have a free flowing sticker? Because remember, it bends. So if I put a sticker on this, that sticker is going to have to be able to stretch. Because if not, what's going to happen is the sticker is going to start to pull apart. So I think, and that answer, Sam, is a great answer, but I think that's the answers that crafters are using in lieu of learning sublimation or staying away from sublimation. It would also have to be many layers. Absolutely. Well, if you did a sticker, if you did a sticker, it wouldn't have to be layers. If you did some printable vinyl, If you did some printable vinyl, because vinyl does stretch, right? Vinyl stretches. If you did printable vinyl, it will stretch. Hey, Miss Kim, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. If you did some printable vinyl stretches. So that would be okay until it's not. So you want to think about some things when you're talking about, hey, I'm doing sublimation, but I'm only doing t-shirts. I'm doing sublimation. I'm only doing tumblers, or I'm only doing coffee mugs, because, you know, sublimation is limited. Sublimation is not limited. The items that we're choosing to use to try to produce items for sublimation, that's what's limited. That's the thing that's limited. Once again, this is a Bible cover. This is a Bible cover. How would you make this Bible cover without doing sublimation? Of course, you can do your rhinestones and you can bling it. And I'm talking about this particular image on this particular surface. How would you do it without doing sublimation? I'm sure for somebody who wanted to prove the point, I'm sure that somebody would stay up late at night or wake up early in the morning trying to figure out how to prove me wrong. And that's okay. Definitely prove me wrong. But the conversation today is, and the question is sublimation limited? Is sublimation limited, or is our way of thinking limited? Now, how many of you guys have made glasses? What is it made of? It's made of polyester. Just as everything that is sublimatable, it's either made of polyester or it's a polyester coating. So I think the biggest challenge is people don't understand sublimation. In order to sublimate something to a surface, it cannot be a natural fiber. Cotton is a natural fiber. So that's why so many people get caught up and say, hey, you know what? I can't do it because, you know, it's cotton. You know, I can't do it because it's white and it's, you know, Grand Rising. Oh man, I forget your first name. I'm sorry. Rogers 6275. I'm sorry. Miss Brenda. That's Miss Brenda. Is that Miss Brenda? That's Miss Brenda. I thought that was somebody else. Grand Rising. I'm sorry. You said East Bend and hit me. But yeah, there's so many things that you can do. Let me see. We limit ourselves in our thinking, absolutely. So, crafters. Hey, LaShonda, crafters. How many of you have actually epoxied? How many of you have actually epoxied a glass? Has anybody here epoxied a glass? How many of you guys have put epoxy on the glass? Maybe done some glue and glitter and dumped it and put glitter all around. Has anybody ever done this? Anybody ever made a glass? You had a customer that wanted to get some stuff done and you made it very unique because of your crafting skills. And anybody ever done that? Your wife had? Okay. So you can't sublimate this glass. This particular glass is not, you can't sublimate it. It doesn't have a coating on it. In order to sublimate any glass, it has to have that coating on it, okay? That spray. But I'm going to share something with y'all. And this is for people. This is just for people who like to work smarter and not harder. Your choice in what you do, okay? I'm going to share something with y'all. It may make sense to some people and it may not. This may never resonate with people because I know I can't really relate to crafters. I can't do it. It's hard for me to relate to crafters because I'm a business owner. But check this out. I just transformed this glass. The same glass. This is a koozie and this is a coaster. The fabric is neoprene, but it's polyester. I just transformed this glass without doing any epoxy, without putting any glue on it. I just did this just like that. It didn't take any time. It was quick. It was fast. So the process of sublimation, is something that has to be learned and understood. And when we think about sublimation, we think about, or when we think about creating something, we think about a one-stop shop. The truth of the matter is, you cannot have one process that's gonna make everything. Okay. Well, this is actually, so what I did was, this is actually a white. It comes white. This is a glass koozie. Okay, this is a glass koozie, and it actually comes white. It comes white like all of the other sublimation products. Okay, glass koozie comes white just like all the other ones. This is a koozie coaster. This is a coaster, excuse me, a wine coaster, comes white like all of the other sublimation items. And all I did was create a design. I took it to my heat press. I pressed it, and it transferred. That's all I did. That was it. That was it. So now I have a unique glass, and I can put any design on that glass. Once again, a lot of times what crafters are doing is they're trying to use one process for everything. Or if you're the person that's doing that's only doing t-shirts, or you're only doing tumblers, and you try to use sublimation, you got to understand that t-shirts for sublimation, in order to make them work, sublimation has no white ink. So it's always going to be recommended to use a white background. This is a canvas. This t-shirt is a canvas. This is the artwork. If I have a design that has white in it, then what's going to happen is I'm going to have a white shirt to have that white image. How did I get on the glass? Or it just fits on there. See? It's like a sleeve. It just slides on there. Then I slide it up. That's it. It's really quite simple. It's really quite simple. So guys, I just wanted to come on real quick and share a different point of view with you about sublimation. Okay. So if the glass break, the artwork doesn't. Absolutely. If the glass breaks, the artwork doesn't. You can just take that artwork and slide it to another glass. I just wanted to come on and give you guys some different insights on sublimation, and kind of dispel the myth or the rumor that sublimation is limited. It's not limited. The things that people are trying to do inside of sublimation is limited. And just remember that sublimation is more than just t-shirts and tumblers. There's lots of different ideas and lots of different gift ideas and things that you can do with sublimation. So if you have not subscribe to our YouTube channel or any of our other social medias, definitely go and like and follow, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell to be notified. I appreciate you guys for jumping on. I'm going to end this live. Got to go home, take care of some things. But thank y'all. I appreciate it. Like I always say, guys, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. I will see everybody at the top, because there's too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.